Oh, hey, sorry. I didn't see you there. Surprise, still no sponsors. That's okay. It's you guys that keep this podcast going. You guys keep it alive and thriving with your likes, subscribes, your shares, telling your friends, your family, your godmother, your godfather, your local alcoholic, your local homeless man named Schmime, telling all of them. And I appreciate that. Appreciate all you new people. I appreciate all my day ones. I appreciate everybody just coming by. If you haven't, go ahead and head over to my TikTok at the Dad Pod, and then go ahead and like and subscribe here. I appreciate all of you. And now for episode 8 of the Dad Diaries. I love you. Welcome back to the Dad Diaries, you sons of guns. How are you? Guys, as you know, last week, motherfucking Penelope's here. My main girl. My main homegirl's here. Hey, yo, my main homegirl is fucking here. I just got, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what overcame me, and I apologize. That was crazy. But yes, my daughter's here. And this is week 1 of having her. And it's been fucking insane. It's been crazy. You know, I've got a blanket on. Yes, I do. I know you guys just saw that. My legs are cold. Sue me. Yeah, it's just been great having her around and being able to hold her and actually be there and seeing her in person. You know, I was let me give you a little background. Now, dads, I'm going to preface this. What I'm about to say, if you feel this way, it's completely normal. I asked a therapist about it. It's completely normal. Do not freak out. I didn't feel connected to Penelope whatsoever. I think I said that in a prior podcast or in a prior episode. I didn't feel connected to her whatsoever. However, when she came out and I got to hold her for the first time, I made a connection with her so deep that God himself has to come down here and take me away from her. Nothing will literally ever take me away from this daughter, from this little girl, from my little Penelope Pooh, my little Princess Penelope. Couldn't get that out. Too many P's. It's too many P's. But man, is it awesome. It is so cool having her around because, like, I've had this routine. I don't do shit. I don't work. I do this. You know, I don't work. You know, but you know, and throwing her into the mix, it's like it's made it better. I feel happier with her in the mix, and it's just not that I wasn't happy before, because people are gonna look into it like, oh, if you weren't happy before, then you need to get fuck you. You know, fuck you. I was happy before, but now I'm even. It's amplified. It's even more amplified. But guys, it's been crazy getting everything together, putting everything because whenever this was like a surprise. Penelope wasn't surprised, but we went in, as you know from the last episode, we went into a doctor's appointment and we left knowing that we're going to have Penny in the next 2 days when we thought we had 3 weeks left. So I had to rush and get everything started, everything fixed up in the house, and I didn't have time to do it all. So not only am I raising my daughter now, I've got to feed her. We got to feed her twice a day, twice every 2 hours, or once every 2 hours. Fuck. We have to feed her once every 2 hours so she gets big because she was a premature baby. So I'm having to do that, um, kind of get everything situated, getting all the rooms done because we're gonna have people stay over to help us. Like her mom's coming. My mom will eventually be coming. hopefully, um, to stay, coming to stay here in this bed behind us. Um, so it's been pretty cool. It's been crazy, and I love every second of it. It's just awesome. Um, dude, she eats so much. I don't know if you guys know this. She eats frequently and a lot. She eats about 2 ounces of milk. Two, not don't let me lie to you. She eats about 1.5 to 2 ounces of milk every 2 hours. That's a lot of milk. And what comes with that milk is she shits. She shits like a 40-year-old alcoholic. I'm not even kidding. Every shit is an emergency. Nothing is solid. And I think I rather smell a homeless man's ass. I rather smell Schmeim's ass, the homeless man Schmeim, than smell that shit. It's horrible. It's god awful. And it's not. It's a lot of shit. Like I shit that much, and I'm 6'1", 300 something pounds. I'm a big boy. I'm fat. I shit that much. She shits like I shit. It's insane. I don't know how that can go. I don't know how that can go through her body. It's like it goes to milk to shit. There's no digested. There's no in between. And I don't know how it gets that color. It should just be white with how fast it comes out. It's insane. But we've had some late nights doing that. I mean, we have to feed her every 2 hours, like I said before, like 30 times. Um, so we're trying to get that schedule going. Plus, she's pumping, so she's got her breast milk done because we're not breastfeeding. We're just pumping and then feeding her the breast milk because it's just better, so I can help. Um, but she's having to be up every 2 hours pumping, including pumping for, or including feeding her, and then I got to be up every 2 hours to feed her. So it's really just trying to find the schedule, and there's no right way to do it. If you go online and you try to look up, oh, what's the best way to feed? There's no right way to do it. There's good suggestions, but really, ultimately, it's up to you guys, like how you guys want to feed her, how you want your routine to be. And honestly, it's up to your baby, because if your baby doesn't want to eat, your baby's not going to eat. Like, you have to make her, like Penelope, she eats a lot, but we have to make her eat. Um, sorry. This shit's so good. Have you guys ever had the Minute Maid fruit punch? I'm not sponsored. This is so good. But we have to like make her uncomfortable. We have to take her out of her swaddle and all that. And by the way, fuck swaddles. Okay? I fucking hate swaddles. They are perfect for babies. Babies need them. I don't know what it is. I can't fold a swaddle to save the life of me. I cannot fold a swaddle. It's literally folding a burrito. I can never make a burrito. I thought I could. I can't make a burrito. It's the most infuriating thing known to man. I'll be up in the middle of the night in 30 minutes. I'm just, God, fuck, stop moving. I can't get it. I'm just 30 minutes. I'm trying to get this thing folded, and I'm trying to put her in the swaddle, and she's like, and I'm like, God damn it, just fucking, I can't get it. And then my wife goes up, and she's like, perfect. Just like a perfect Chipotle burrito. Boom, boom, boom. Here you go. And I'm over here just fucking shoving shit and getting the fucking tying a knot. There's not supposed to be a knot, but I tie one. I double it. I gotta put the Velcro, but the Velcro's in the wrong place. I don't know what it is. I can't fucking swaddle. Hey, swaddling companies, make swaddles for dads. We're not smart. We don't know this shit. Moms is just like, okay, here you go. Perfect. Would you like some chips with that? Extra guac? Here you go. Here's a perfect little baby burrito. It's horrible. I hate it. I hate it. It pisses me off. But I'm thankful she knows how to do it because I just like do this after 30 minutes. But anyway, before I went on that tangent, you have to unswaddle them and make them uncomfortable to eat. Like she eats a lot, but if she's up in that swaddle, she's not going to eat. She's too comfortable. She's chilling. She doesn't care. Excuse me, I burped. But yeah, just late nights, man. We've been doing that damn thing. We've been doing that damn thing. It's been hard, but I'm tired. Well, thankful for my sister-in-law. She came in, my sister-in-law, Paris. Yes. Yes, it is Paris, Premier, and Penelope. And we also have Piper and Percy. So when I meant a lot of peas, I meant a lot of peas. And then their dad's name is Patrick. And I'm Gabriel. And this is the Dad Diaries. So many peas in this family. But yeah, it's been good with the late nights. Like I said, it's up to you guys how you make your routine. Ours is she goes 2 hours, I go 2 hours, she goes 2 hours. But sometimes if she's tired, I'll take her shift, and sometimes if I'm tired, she'll take my shift if she's super up. Because sometimes she'll be pumping and it'll wake her up because, you know, she has suction cups on her tits and fucking milking her, which seems super uncomfortable. So that would wake me up, I'll tell you that. So I commend her for doing that. That shit looks hard as fuck. Man, I cuss a lot, and I'm sorry. I'm glad I do the age restriction on here because I cuss like a sailor. And if that offends you, I apologize. But so she'll take my shift. Sometimes I'll take her shift. But yeah, it's talk to your partner. And if you're a single mom or a single dad, find some help because there's no way you can do this alone. I mean, there is a way. You're going to be a super mom, super dad. You're going to be fucking perfect at this, basically. But man, there's nothing like some help from your family and friends. There's nothing like it. Like it's been awesome. Like example, whenever Penelope was born, we didn't realize how small she was going to be, and all of our diapers were freaking newborn, and she did not fit in newborn diapers. That shit looked like it was baggy. She needed a belt. But it's been, my dog's barking. There's an intruder. Sorry, that's just spaced out. I'm glad we don't do cuts. I don't do edits. This is what you get is what you get. So if you hear my dog, ignore it like I do. Yeah, our friends, they just started buying us. Like one of my good friends, Unk, he'll be on the podcast. One of my great friends, Megan, and her husband Wayne, they bought us preemie diapers. So we got home, we had them. You know, the hospital had them for us, but once we got home, we didn't have any, and we took some from the hospital, but it wasn't enough. But we had it right on the doorstep. We didn't have to pay for it, and so we were thankful for that. So if you're watching this, guys, thank you. To everybody who bought preemie diapers for us because we needed that bad. But yeah, we also had our first doctor's appointment this week. That went really well. We had 2 this week, so I'll go over both of them. Her birth weight. So there's between birth weight and their actual weight. So her birth weight was 5'5", which isn't bad. It's small, but it dropped down to 4.15, 4.5, 4.15, or 4.14. I forgot what it was, which means she lost weight, which is normal. But when you're preemie, you really have to look after it because that can make you have jaundice and stuff. So she didn't have jaundice, but we had to that's why we're doing 2. Usually when you feed, you do 3 hours, once every 3 hours, once every 4 hours, or whatever. Because she's so small and we need to gain weight, we do once every 2 hours. But they did her pricks and everything. They did her bilirubin test or whatever it's called. They prick her foot, which that made me mad. I prefer it because you can't really put needles into babies because they're so small. I mean, what are you going to do? Put it in her forehead? If they would have put a needle in her forehead, I would have passed out, thrown up, and then shit myself in an order that might surprise you. That would have freaked me the fuck out. But what they do is they take their heel, so like their little heel, and then they prick it with like your like you're taking your blood sugar, like diabetics. They prick it and then they squeeze the heel into this tube. And she was not having that. She did not like that. I mean, I wouldn't either. You know, like if somebody came up to me and pricked my foot and started squeezing it, I'd be pissed. I'd be stop. I'd be smacking them. Tell them to get the fuck back. Quit touching my heel, motherfucker. That's what she was thinking. Hey, motherfucker, quit touching my heel. Just buck up at her. Bitch. That's what she did. I didn't do that. That's what she did. But so she didn't have bilirubin, but because she's so small, we had to go again this week. So it was 2 times this week. And then when we tested her, she doesn't have to do the bilirubin test anymore because she doesn't have jaundice. We just have to keep an eye out because she is so small. But yeah, it's been pretty good. That was good. We have our dogs here too. Now, I don't know if I said this. I said this in the last podcast, in the last episode, because I've only had one podcast. I've never been on another podcast. You got to look after your dogs. So my puppy is okay because he's a puppy. So he's just kind of exploring. Piper, though, is an older dog. It's a female dog. And she thinks the baby's hers, which is a bad thing. She thinks it's a play toy. She went up and started like nipping on her hat really quick, and I smacked the shit out of her. But she's been doing good. So if you have dogs, watch out for that, especially a female dog, because they will think the baby's theirs. I don't know why. They just will. So yeah, watch out for that. But she's been doing better. She's been going up and sniffing them because every time she goes up, I'll tell her like, "Hey, no, stop, but you get back, quit it," and shit like that. And I'll tell her, "Hey, this is my baby. I'll assert dominance. It's my freaking kid. Back up." And she'll be like, "Oh, okay, cool. I got you." That's what she says. Yeah, my dog talks. Oh, sorry. That's good. But the main thing that we've been doing is we've been trying to stay on the same page as each other because we need to have because it's our daughter. It's our daughter. It's not my daughter. It's not her daughter. It's our daughter. And obviously, and you need to be on the same page as your significant other. You know, you can't be doing something and then your significant other's like, "Oh, well, I don't like that." You need to have conversations about it. We haven't really ran into that issue yet, but it's been pretty cool. You know, watching your partner like do their thing and like fall into that role is pretty good. It's pretty cool. Sorry, I just spaced out. My dog started barking and I spaced out. I do that. Do you guys, dude, ADHD is real with me, man. You know, I don't know if you guys can tell in the podcast. I got super bad ADHD, which, God, I pray for my daughter. Because if she has bad ADHD, she's going to need some help. Oof. She's going to need some help. I'm all over the place. You guys already know that. But that's been good. Another thing you guys need to know is that it's going to be uneven for a while. You know, you're going to, especially for what I mean by that is for you guys. It's going to be uneven. If you go into this thinking, okay, my wife gave birth, now she doesn't have a kid in her stomach, now she can help equally. I hate to break it to you, that's not how it works. Going through birth is traumatic, not mentally, but physically. It really is. I want you to think about this for you guys. And I'm this is the Dad Diaries. I am for the dads. Trust me, if you don't think I'm for the dads, shut up. You're wrong. However, I am for the moms too, because without the moms, you wouldn't be dads. So we got to give them some credit, a lot of credit, most of credit, honestly. She just shit out a 5-pound baby out of her area. She had to get this big. Her body had to expand to this big to shove a baby through. And then had to basically hormone dump and gained all those hormones back. So now she's gaining all the hormones back that she didn't have, that she was pushing into the kid. So now her balance is off. That's how you get, postpartum and stuff like that. Postpartum depression and stuff. It's those hormones that are imbalancing. So she's gonna be fucking sucking for a while, guys. You're gonna have to pick up the slack until she feels better. Now, if you're a household where you're the man who makes the money, you're always working, you're doing this, I understand. Trust me, I do. But you're also gonna have to bite the bullet and make sure she's good, because if she's not good, then you're fucking definitely not gonna be good, because you're gonna be hearing it. I'll tell you that. Unless you're in this like very submissive relationship, then I don't know what to tell you, because I'm not in one of those. It's very equal in my relationship. But it's going to be uneven. It's going to be, some days it's going to be like 60-40. She's picking up the slack. She's feeling good. Other days it's going to be 100-0. Some days it's going to be 70-30. Some days when she feels better, it might be 60-40 her side. She might be doing more because she wants to. You never know. You never know. And it's good to just recognize that now, because if you don't, you're going to be in for you're going to be pissed. You're going to be in for it, yeah, it's been awesome. I'm very happy. We're very happy. She's as cute as a button. I might post her so you guys can see eventually. I don't know yet. Maybe when she's a little older, I will. If you have me on my Instagram, for those, you guys seen her already. I post her all the time. And I think she might have been on my TikTok page. So if you want to go over to the Dad Diaries podcast on TikTok, go ahead and do that. I think the link is in the bio and YouTube. I know that on my TikTok, the link is in the bio to get to YouTube. But that's where I post all my clips and stuff. So if you want to head over there to see her, I believe she's on there too. But yeah, I want to show you guys something. I got my first ever fan mail. And I don't know who it's from. And I'm just going to assume it's fan mail. Because it had my name on it. And I didn't order this. And nobody did that I know of. So, yeah. Whoever sent me 3D printer filament, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. You didn't need to do that. I'm very glad I have it. I don't own a 3D printer. I never have owned a 3D printer. So if anybody needs 3D print, should I keep it? It's kind of memento. Maybe I should just pop it here. 3D printer filament. That's my new. Oh, I can't put it in front of the drugs. I'll just put it right here. 3D printer filament. My first piece of fan mail. Like I said, I don't own that. And I know it's a fan. I know it's a fan because I play Dungeons and Dragons, and in order to make a lot of your characters in Dungeons and Dragons, a lot of your like your pieces like this, like your little dragon or a dice holder. Like I have a little dragon dice holder. You need 3D printed. You need 3D filament. Um, but you also need a 3D printer, which I don't own, nor have I ever owned. Like I said, so thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. I don't know why you sent it. Thank you very much. Let's just leave that there. But yeah, guys, she's been, God, I hope my daughter's not like me. Dude, she looks like she's a good mixture of me and Premiere. Very good mixture, actually. Some day it's like when you look at her a certain way, she looks exactly like me. But then if you move her to the side a little bit, she looks exactly like her. So like, yeah, it's been pretty cool having her. But I really hope she's not like me. I hope she's like her mom. Because I was a little shit. I just moved the camera. Whoops. I was a little shit growing up. And I'm gonna have a new segment, and I'm gonna start it today, of things I hope my daughter doesn't do because I may or may have not done them. This is a long title. Things I hope my daughter doesn't do because I may or may not have done them. Okay? I think I'm going to do three a day because I think I can do this for the next 18 years, once a week. From shit I did. Number one, I may or may not have I may or may not used to have, hold on, how do I say this correctly? I used to walk, I'm just going to say, me and my friends, me and my buddy, I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants to be known on here. We're going to call him Bob. And the other one, I'm going to call him Bob number 2. So me, Bob, and Bob number 2 would used to walk through our small town, right? And you know those globes that you see on people's yards, like the decorative, like you know the decorative globes I'm talking about? Oh, you know what? Let's look it up. Decorative yard globe. Yeah, these things. These things right here. Oh, I don't want 10% off. Thank you. Oh, no. What? So what I want? These things right here. Let's put this right here. You know what I'm talking about? These yard globes. Right here. They have them in their yard. Yeah. Those things. I used to take them and I used to just roll them down the street. In my hometown from Arcola, Illinois, we had a huge, like most streets were brick and they weren't very well done because they haven't changed ever whatsoever. They just haven't changed. So we would roll them and we would bowl. We call it bowling. First of all, we had no pins, so we're just rolling the ball. Second of all, it would go maybe 2 feet because as soon as we threw it, it would shatter. So basically what I'm saying is I don't want my daughter to commit vandalism because that's what I used to do. And it was the funnest shit ever. Number 2, I would hate for my daughter to go polka dotting. Gabriel, the Dad Diaries podcast. What's polka dotting? Well, let me fucking tell you. I used to take, so it's very meticulous. You have to open an egg, crack open an egg, take, kind of like teepee, toilet paper. So when we teepee people, teepeeing, it's fun, ha ha ha. If you don't know what teepeeing is, it's throwing toilet paper into trees. If you don't know what it is, I'm sorry. I wish you had a better childhood because I used to go teepeeing all the time with my friends. Um, uh, and when we did it, we would bring eggs and we go egging. Egging's a little much. You throw eggs at shit. We took it a step further. We found out that if you take eggs, crack it, put the toilet paper in the eggs, and put it on people's cars, when they take the cars off, or when they take the toilet paper off, it takes the paint off. So people would be driving around town with just polka dotted cars because we would take it, and I don't know I don't know what happened. I don't know what chemical reaction happened, but it would peel the paint off the cars. So I hope my daughter doesn't do that either. Another thing that I hope my daughter doesn't do. This is the last thing before I answer the questions and I answer the viewer questions. I really hope my daughter doesn't go smoke weed in a public bathroom, put the roach in the wastebasket, and I hope that wastebasket doesn't catch on fire when you leave, and I hope it doesn't burn down the whole bathroom, public bathroom. I didn't do it. I've never done that. I really hope my daughter doesn't do that. Especially because you wake up the next day and you just hear stories about, how the public restroom caught on fire and all that shit. I hope she doesn't do that. That's why I hope she's like her mom. I hope she, the most she does is like take her car or something without asking and then come home safely, or sneak out and go to a party safely. That's the most I hope she does. Hope she doesn't do that at all. But she does, But yeah, I'm gonna do that segment every week. See how far we can go. Um, let's go ahead and do viewer questions. I got some pulled up right here. Let's see. Okay, question number 1. What's the best way to burp a preemie? Good question, because I had to learn how to do that. So, when burping a preemie, I don't know about you guys, but I'm very scared of like her head going like this, like a bobblehead. So what we do is instead of like taking her and like smacking her back, we take her and we kind of lift her head up a little bit and put her on our knee and then kind of like pat her back like this, or and kind of like not pat her back. I just said we don't do that. And kind of move her kind of like this, and it kind of gets her stomach going, and then that's how she burps. That's a pretty good way. Once they get older, obviously you can pat the back because they have more head stability, so they don't look like a bobblehead. Um, that's how we burp her. It's been pretty effective, but she's been good burping by herself too. She just burps by herself a lot of the time. We don't really have to do anything. Yeah, that was a good question. Next question. Let's see. When's the next kid? Not for a fucking while, thank you. How about we just enjoy this one for a bit? We don't need to go back to back. For the love of God, don't go back to back. Under 2 years old? That sounds like a nightmare. I think I'd rather sit on a cactus than have 2 kids under 2 years old. I'd rather stub my toe for 9 months straight than have 2 kids under 2. Now, will I have kids and will they be old enough to go to high school together? Yes. Yes, they will. I'll give you that. They will be old enough to go to high school together. 2 under 2? Fuck that. No. I will not be doing that. Next question. Let's see. Why didn't they give you a bigger chair? Why did they not give you a bigger chair? Oh. Hey, hospitals. I'm 6'1", 300 pounds. Get a bigger chair. Get a better chair for fucking dads. I know I talked about this last podcast. Hey, we matter too. Dads matter too. Feed us. We're paying for the bill. Feed us. We're their moral support. Feed us. Give us a bigger chair, at least a comfy one. Give us something. Hey, tell us that bed pulls out. Because I've never done this before. This is my first kid. I see a chair. I don't think the chair transforms. I didn't know I had an Optimus Prime of chairs. To do better. Please. God damn. I'm so upset about that. That chair sucked. And then we got to the other room, and then it was a couch, so at least I got to lay down. But the couch was just as hard as the chair. So I basically laid on a wood panel the whole time. God, that was insane. But yeah. Yeah, this is just... God, guys, I'm so excited to do this dad diary. It's like she was born, and I'm like, yes, I love my daughter. This is awesome. The Dad Diaries gets a start. This is the Dad Diaries. Each week, I'm going to tell you what's going on with my daughter, how she's progressed, what she's doing. And it's just going to be fantastic. And you guys get to come watch me do it. And it's a diary of like me raising my kid. And you guys bear witness to it. And you guys can take what I do, apply it to you guys. You guys can, oh, I don't like that he does that. Maybe I should do it differently. This is for you guys just as much as me. So I appreciate all of you watching. I'm going to end the episode because I hear baby crying and I'm going to need help. But thank you so much to everybody who watches, everybody who subscribes, everybody who follows. Make sure you let Schmime know, the homeless man Schmime, he needs to subscribe too. Okay? Tell everybody to like, share, follow my TikTok at the Dad Diaries Pod, this episode, this YouTube page, because that's where he watches, this YouTube page. I appreciate all of you for watching. Thank you so much. And until next week, have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good day. Why the fuck did I say that? God, I'm stupid. I can't talk. I love you.